My name is Jay Hummel, and I'm a project manager with Bellevue Utilities, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Factoria Boulevard Southeast Stormwater Conveyance Improvements Project. I've been a project manager with the city for a number of years, and I've worked on some large complex projects, and those projects have included an element of reaching out to the public to explain the projects as they go through the design and the construction process. And so what I'm going to do for the next several minutes is talk about this project and hopefully provide information for you to answer some of your questions. And there'll also be an opportunity to be able to reply with more questions. And you'll see that toward the end of this presentation. So this project is a flooding reduction project that's been in the works for a number of years. This project is involving improving the stormwater system along Factoria Boulevard to reduce the risks of street flooding during heavy storm events. And this picture you're seeing here in this slide was that storm event back nearly 10 years ago. Some background on this project is Factoria-Richards Creek drainage basin has experienced reoccurrent flooding during major storms. And so as a result, the goal of this project is to protect the area for future large flooding events and the economic and traffic disruption that can result. So the project will make a variety of improvements to the stormwater conveyance system. That's basically a fancy word of saying the storm drainage system. This system involves a variety of drain pipes, a storm drain box, which is basically a large rectangular concrete structure that will be over 100 feet long, a large pipe basically, and a variety of catch basins. With this project will also involve some utility relocations with power, gas, cable, water, and sewer. There'll also be some improvements to Richards Creek, which is at the north end of this project, and that's where Factoria Boulevard, the drainage within the street, drains into an open channel of Richards Creek. And this will include some channel widening, some plantings, and some fish habitat features. And then when it's all done, because the road will be impacted by cutting into it to put in these pipes and storm box, there'll be a pavement overlay when it's all done. This is a map of the project area. So I-90 is on the far right-hand side. That's to the north. So the north is to the right. And you can see the boundary of the project goes from Southeast 38th Street north to Southeast 36th Street, which isn't identified on the map here, but it's that road just to the left of I-90. And then Factoria Boulevard right here in the center, and then Richards Creek to the northern end of the project limits. So essentially what this is involving is a large storm drain box, or large rectangular pipe, if you will, that's going to run essentially from Southeast 38th north to where it turns and goes to Richards Creek. There'll be a variety of other storm drain crossings as well, and then not shown here are some other utility relocations and some water and sewer extensions and improvements as well. So the schedule for this project is right now we're currently in the fall of 2023. We're in the middle of some pre-construction activities, which is including some utility relocation work. There's a lot of utilities in the roadway that have to be either adjusted or worked around. And so before the real heavy construction begins in next year, this utility relocation work will be happening this fall and early winter. And some of that work will also be completed at night to make less of an impact on the traffic during the daytime. In early 2024, we'll start more into the actual construction work, and then you'll see on this schedule where it says lane reduction, there'll be a 5-month period where Factoria Boulevard will be reduced down in its lanes, and that will involve closing down all of the northbound lanes, because that's where the new storm work is happening, and shifting that over to the southbound side of the road. So when it's all in effect during this 5-month period, there'll be a northbound lane and 2 southbound lanes to accommodate traffic through the area. And we have a schedule to be done by the end of 2024. So in general, the construction impacts will vary based on the contractor's preliminary schedule, but essentially it's a Monday through Friday sort of project. There will be night work, and there will be some work on weekends yet to be determined. And there will be some impacts to the businesses with some restrictions. There will be some driveways that will need to be periodically and temporarily closed. But during those closures, there'll be alternative routes provided, so businesses will be able to remain open during this time. And in terms of traffic impacts, we'll have the areas blocked off, for the contractor's work area, but you can expect to see heavy truck traffic and noise from the construction machinery. And as I mentioned a minute ago, the modified traffic patterns on Factoria Boulevard, largely that will be that 5-month period where we'll have the lane reduction. But outside of that period, there'll be other adjustments here and there for parts of the work as they progress through the work area. And I did mention previously the reduction of one northbound lane and 2 southbound lanes for a 5-month period, and that will start about in March of 2024. So with all this, you can expect some traffic delays due to this project and some other construction projects in the area. WashDOT is doing a project crossing I-90 with a Sunset Creek improvements, and that is affecting some traffic that will overlap on this time frame of this project up on Southeast 36th Street to the east. Yeah, so we have the WashDOT project that I just mentioned. There's also the ongoing work that WashDOT is doing on Interstate 405, the Bellevue to Renton widening and express toll lanes. And they have some planned upcoming weekend closures this next year in March, June, and September. And our project being near those projects, we are doing ongoing coordination with WashDOT regarding traffic control. And for getting more up-to-date traffic advisories, we have a website that you can go to at www.bellevuewa.gov/traffic advisories. There'll also be some impacts to transit. So there's a couple metro bus stops on Factoria Boulevard that will be temporarily relocated during this project. And there is coordination being done with King County Metro to temporarily relocate these 2 bus stops, and doing so to minimize the transit service through this area. If you have any questions, comments, please contact us. My name is here on the left, Jay Hummel, Senior Engineer Project Manager. There's my phone number, my email address, 425-452-4160, and my email is jhummel@bellevuewa.gov. If you have any questions regarding the actual construction work, Rich Ford is our Senior Project Construction Inspector, and he can be reached at rford@bellevuewa.gov. And our Public Information Officer, Michaeline Fowler, she also has a phone number, 425-452-6180, and her email is mfowler@bellevuewa.gov. So to learn more about this project and to subscribe to updates, you could please visit bellevuewa.gov/Factoria-Stormwater-project.